Okay, so we've rolled off who goes.
Yeah, so we've this is our
value.
table down, and we've rolled off our scouting value. Barry's beaten me because he had a lot more decent scouts, and he's chosen the side of the table.
Stay where I am, basically.
So just to go through the scenery bits, we've got hill here, woods there, another wood there, and another hill there. So we're always going to go for 3 hills, 3 woods, because we think that's a good standard for Warmaster to have. We have little bits of impassable, lovely little foreshore bits of scenery there, and yes, you can see, very nice, Barry. And then these two, here and here, are villages where the buildings come away very nicely. So we're going to play them as area terrain where anything can enter, but only infantry could catch defended from it. But we will also...
we're not playing any reduced visibility?
No, because they're too big for that otherwise, just because they represent... Otherwise, it's too much of a blocker, I think.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I think that's fair, because otherwise it's too much.
Obviously, if you're on the backside of the village, I can't see from the front side.
Yeah, obvious. Okay, so we go for breakpoint 10. Barry has, he won that roll. We have our death clock here ready for 1 hour 15 each, which you just caught. So Barry's going to start his deployment of his scouts on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Game, sir.
Yeah.
Off you go. Start your scouts.
There we go.
That was good.
Yeah.
So now I'll do my setup.
Good TV.
Well, talk about something, Barry. Get politics in now.
Already? Come on, man.
Oh man, well, have you seen the latest about this building?
Oh, it's just horrific.
It's horrible, isn't it?
But the latest that I've heard,
go on,
was the difference in cost between the cladding that made it effectively a giant fucking candle,
and
the cladding that was actually fire retardant, was £2 per metre,
But how much is that overall?
£5,000.
Oh Jesus! God.
So they chose to save £5,000.
£5,000. But how much a total refurbishment?
8 million.
Oh man!
By using apparently the cladding they used is banned in America, and it's only allowed on low-level properties around Europe.
Right.
But it's because it's flammable. So you put like flammable stuff on a giant fucking chimney, and you go like, doesn't seem too sensible.
No.
So be like a fucking £50 of life or something.
Just imagine the poor firefighters who've got to get in there and like find out what's going on.
Well, normally they get there and they're able to use their hoses to kind of keep the fire down, but the fire was so tall so quickly that you could see the hoses were only reaching about halfway.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's nothing we can do, mate. That's as far as the hoses go. We've got like 20 fire engines, but there's nothing we can do. It's a grim world we live in at the moment.
Jesus. So. I saw May got criticised because she turned up, and like didn't talk to any of the poor residents, probably because they would shout at her.
But but by the same token, what's his guy, the mayor's name?
Mayor Khan.
He got annihilated, mate.
Did he really? Yeah. I didn't see that.
No, because he went and met the people and they were ripping into him. As London mayor.
Yeah. It's like, you let us burn, isn't it?
I'm not sure he was that involved, but at the end of the day, if they're following building regulations, then the building regulations are wrong.
Yeah.
So that's not really politics, but have we spoken since? It was last Friday last time we spoke, but not on YouTube. But, so on YouTube, the election was a bit of a fucking mess all round. Omni-shambles would be a good word for it.
Yeah.
So we had an election for our Prime Minister to strengthen her hand, and instead of
strong and stable,
she fucking smashed her hand with a mallet. Until now she has no fingers left, just a mashed fucking pulp of a hand. Sorry for all the language. But did you see her approval rating is now below Corbyn's?
Yeah, I can believe that, yeah.
And Labour are now 5 points ahead in the polls.
But they can't force a general election, can they? I mean,
nobody can force a general election.
Yeah, exactly. So
the last one only happened...
This might be for the same situation for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, the last one only happened because everybody agreed to it.
Yeah.
Because there's a fixed-term parliament, so you can't have a snap general election without Parliament agreeing.
Yeah.
So, and we all know how that went last time. So, we've got 5 years of this madness. It won't last 5 years, it won't last 6 months. Did you see that Harry Enfield sketch about the Ulsterman?
Oh yeah, it's a bit old, isn't it? But
It's so funny. I demand cheese and pineapple. Your crocodile tears.
Okay, so I've got my setup. I'll just quickly talk it through. Here I've got a brigade of orc infantry. Orcs at the front, goblins at the back.
Orcs is the best.
Here in the front, I've got my black orcs at the front with orcs behind. I've got backing them up with a strong centre is my boar boys. Here's my awesome brigade of trolls. Let's hope they do something.
Stay away from the trolls, boys.
Giant, some wolf chariots there, backed up with some goblins who are kind of left over from the list, and the characters are spread out to command everything.
I will say.
Barry's set up.
He's putting upon my piss now. I've got to stop now.